As a process server, how many days before court date do you have to serve papers? Hi, this is Larry Kaye with ShadowAnyone.com and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, including the Investigator's Ultimate Guide to Process Serving. You can learn more about that over at ShadowAnyone.com. So how many days before court date do you have to serve a paper? Obviously, there's an unreasonable number. If you serve somebody a summons to appear, and it's only 24 hours of notice that the next morning they have to appear in court, that's pretty unreasonable that the person would have to show up for that. So with so many things in the legal system, there are specific numbers, there are specific requirements, and that's kind of a good thing, whether you're a plaintiff or a defendant. It's kind of a good idea to know exactly what the requirements are so that you can either plan your case for that or plan your defense for that. Of course, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving legal advice here. Talk to a licensed attorney in your area if you have any questions. The length of notice that a person has to have to appear in court can vary from place to place. Where I am, it's generally 28 days notice they have to have, which seems really long, far in advance. And that's either a plus or a minus to you depending on the case you're working. But there are some exceptions. How do you know what those exceptions are, and how do you know the standards that you're going to be held to? The real trick here, I would say, is ask the attorney that you're working for. They're going to have specifics and experience that they know, okay, on this particular case, we have to get them out 28 days ahead of time. On this case, it's not as urgent. In this case, we've got plenty of time. Get them out there when you can. Serve those papers as you can. The attorneys that you work for, the law firms that you work for, are going to know the answer specifically. And as you work for a firm for a while, you're going to get a feel for them. Now, the key thing to me is that this is just a good business thing. Isn't it wonderful if you can serve process within, say, 3 days of getting the pack from the law firm or from the courthouse? I mean, no matter how much, unless they have a rush job, which you should be charging extra for, serving those packets pretty quickly is almost going to guarantee that you get in under the wire that the law firm would expect. Sometimes they file their papers a little bit later, and you getting them out there may technically give the person less than that 28 days or whatever they're required to have, but the law firm is fine with that, and they understand we filed this with only 2 weeks to go, but we appreciate you getting it out there very quickly to the person. Here's the other thing, and this will come up very commonly for you when you're serving process. There are a lot of people you have to serve process to who are friendly witnesses. In other words, these are people who want to show up for the case. They're eager sometimes to show up for the case. The attorney has to issue the summons or subpoenas for legal and technical reasons. However, the person wants to be there. So, for example, they may have witnessed their buddy get into a fight. Their buddy is now charged with assault. They're eager to show up to that case and testify that their buddy got hit 3 times before he struck the other guy once. Those types of things. So when that's the case, 28 days or the legal requirement, the person receiving the summons may not care one little bit. Matter of fact, their buddy may have told them, hey, I got a court case coming up on the 9th, and you'll probably get some papers from a process server. Well, if those papers don't show up until the 6th or 7th or even the 8th, that person, it doesn't care. They're going to show up on the 9th no matter what. Now, if they don't want to show up, serving them that late could be a real problem. Again, the law firm is going to know the answer to this for you. If you like this information, check the link below. I have a link to my free report. If you want to be a private investigator, give up. Unless you do these 3 things, you'll find some more helpful information like this right there. In the meantime, this is Larry Kaye with ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.